The fallout from Donald Trump's Arlington National Cemetery visit last week continued into this week, and sensing that this was obviously a very big problem for him and his campaign, Donald Trump decided to come out and do what he always does and say that the whole thing is totally fake, never happened. That's right. The man is taking the reality, because we saw the photos, we got the report from the Army confirming that a female staffer at the cemetery was not only verbally abused, but also shoved aside by Trump's people. So the Army has confirmed it. If you're going against that, you're going against the United States Army. Good luck with that. But Trump came out this week and said, nope, whole thing totally fake. And not just faked, but this whole story was concocted by none other than the brilliant criminal mastermind, Kamala Harris. Here's what Trump put on social media. She made it all up to make up for the fact that she and Sleepy Joe have blood on their hands for the incompetent Afghanistan withdrawal, the most embarrassing day in U.S. history. I mean, I'll give you that it wasn't a good day, but the most embarrassing day in American history, the most embarrassing day in American history? Really? That's what you're going with? What happened, of course, with the service members that were killed in the Abbey Gate attack is a tragedy. Absolutely no doubt about it. But it was also not the biggest military tragedy this country has ever had. It was not the deadliest day in American military history. We had deadlier days in Afghanistan when you were president, by the way. You just conveniently ignore those facts because they don't fit into your narrative. Kamala Harris did not make this up. Kamala Harris is not even the one who made this into an issue. Yes, she talked about it on social media, but it was the regular media that picked this up because of how disgusting it is. John McCain's son came out just a couple days ago talking about how disturbing it was that Donald Trump did this. Other media outlets talking about the fact that it was grotesque for Donald Trump to be sitting there giving a thumbs up and the world's biggest smile while standing over the grave of a dead United States soldier. And that, of course, doesn't even begin to touch the illegality of doing a campaign event, because that's what it was. It was a political stunt for the campaign at a national cemetery, which of course is forbidden by law. Trump has learned nothing. He is telling us to deny the reality that we have all seen at this point. And speaking of reality that we've all seen, what happened to the footage, right? Your campaign immediately came out after the event happened and said, we've got footage, we'll release the whole thing. And then hours later, they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that. We know why you're not going to do it. If that footage exonerated you, we would have had that out before the story even broke. But you haven't released it because you know what it shows. You're a liar, you're a disgusting human being, and you are trying to use dead American soldiers as campaign props to attack the Democratic Party. And that, even for a guy like you, Donald, is about as low as you can possibly go. America's Lawyer has launched its own YouTube channel. Now, this channel, of course, is still in its early phases of development, but you can help grow it by subscribing. Just go to youtube.com/TheAmericasLawyer, and you'll get all of the great content from Mike Papantonio and myself that we produce every single week.